For today's story, we discuss a children's summer camp that wants to teach children all about the joys of self-pleasure, pleasure with others, and pleasure with others while using certain substances. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you'll enjoy this legal education content, and today will be the day I earn that subscription. For today's coverage, we're talking about a youth camp for the children, which encourages the kids to engage in all kinds of fun, prurient exploration with themselves, with others, while on certain pharmaceuticals and other things. You know, it's all sorts of good stuff. And we're just going to learn a lot about this article. We're going to actually read their whole schedule, you know, what they want to teach the kids, their entire curriculum. We have it all. We're going to go through it in detail. Let's get started with this. A Kentucky-based virtual sex education summer camp taught young attendees how to self-pleasure, obtain a fetus deletus, and have relations while on the drugs. The Sexy Sex Ed Camp was a virtual camp based out of Hazard, Kentucky, that took place in the summer of 2021. The organizers have been operating these sex education workshops for children since at least 2012. So this particular camp may be the one that came to attention, but they've been doing at least similar things, if not identical things, for quite some time. The camp first gained attention on Twitter Tuesday after an account Libs of TikTok and Manhattan Institute scholar Christopher Rufo shared information about the camp, including details about the camp curriculum, which we will go into detail on because we can, which included a workshop on the self-pleasure in which participants learn techniques to make the most out of their self-pleasure sessions. Well, you know, I have to say, no one ever taught me that, so maybe I missed something. Maybe learning the techniques is something we should teach the children. I don't know about that. It seems questionable, but okay. According to its website, Sexy Sex Ed is a workshop series that compels, apparently, teenagers and people of all ages to openly discuss personal and political consent, sexual safety, and anatomy. The age ranges for the 2021 camp were not listed on the website, and it's not known if the camp will be held in 2022. Probably. Using visual and performance art, open dialogue, and popular education methods, Sexy Sex Ed fills a vital gap in reproduction education as creative, cultural healing solutions in rural Appalachia. I bet the people in rural Appalachia are all kinds of excited to hear about the camp for their children. This definitely seems like the kind of thing the rural Appalachia would be all about. From July the 6th to August the 26th of 2021, the workshop expanded to a virtual summer camp that charged attendees $500. Among the sessions of the camp were the 3 Ps, pee, poo, and pleasure, sex on drugs, and over-sexualization and policing of blackness. I don't even know what to do with that last one, because this is a sex camp, but we're against the over-sexualization of blackness. I'm so freaking confused right now. The lesson plan for the Sex on Drugs Day said the workshop will explore the nuances of engaging in sexual activity while using illicit and illegal drugs. Oh, no, it says illicit and illicit drugs. Okay, let me try that again. The lesson plan for the Sex on Drugs Day said the workshop will explore the nuances of engaging in sexual activity while engaging with both licit and illicit drugs. Together, we will explore why people engage in sexual activity while on drugs, the nuances of substance use and consent, and harm reduction strategies around having sex on substances, the course plan said. Sexy Sex Ed was founded by Tanya Turner, who describes herself as a femme, fat queer, magical pleasure worker, educator, and artist. That's how she describes herself. Femme, fat, queer, magical pleasure worker, educator, and artist. Exciting. Headshots and biographies of Turners and other educators within the Sexy Sex Ed were available on the website early Tuesday, but were taken down as tweets highlighting the camp went viral. Sexy Sex Ed did not respond to requests for comments. Well, this has been a wonderful summary article, but I think you and I both want to know all the fun things that were being taught at the Sexy Sex Ed. Wouldn't you like to know their entire schedule and curriculum? I know you do. I know you want to know all the things because you are super excited about the Sexy Sex Ed and you want to know what can you learn at the summer camp. Well, have no fear, friends. I can tell you in detail. Have no fear. Uncivil is here. Uncivil is here to tell you all the things. All the things. You will know all the things, and you will be thrilled to know all the things. Okay, for Sexy Sex Ed, on Tuesday, July 4th, Sex with Me, the self-pleasure workshop. Participants will explore personal views on self-pleasure, as well as learn techniques to make the most out of their masturbation experience. This workshop will include discussion, games, and some hand-on practice. On hands. Okay. On July the 8th, Reproductive Health, the Basics and Beyond. Join All Access EKY for this reproductive health workshop designed for people of all ages and knowledge levels. During this session, facilitators will review some of the basics and beyond of human sexuality, including anatomy and physiology, sexual pleasure, and gender identity. Facilitators will discuss the steps to conception, as well as explore disparities in pregnancy rates. Participants will leave informed and excited to share what they've learned with others. Okay, Thursday, July the 13th, gender diversity. Participants will learn about sex assigned at birth, biological sex, and gender identity, and how and why they might be different from what we learned in school. They will examine gender labels and how they are to be used, how what we say can harm or uplift others, and how to be compassionate and encourage others to do the same. Let's learn even more things about what we can learn about at this Sexy Summer Ed Camp. I know I'm excited. You're excited too. I'm already signing up for 2022. Thursday, July 15th, Talk It Out, relationships. This workshop will focus on friendship and romantic relationships and can be applied to family relationships as well. What are you doing, stepbrother? Thursday, July 22nd, over-sexualization and policing on blackness, which unfortunately has no particular description. I know how disappointed you are. Thursday, July 27th, Sexy Time Sex Ed. Sex Ed for trans folks, focusing on language, affirmations, as well as creating spaces for gender exploration and euphoria through sex. Topics will include pre-sex discussion, language, body diversity, masturbation, STI, gender exploration, affirmations, BDSM, and more. Thursday, July 29th, Self-Managed Abortion Info Share. Using the World Health Organization listed protocols and self-managed abortion safe and supported info guide, we will provide information about self-managed abortion to reduce self-managed abortion stigma, reduce any negative health impact associated with unsafe abortion methods, and ensure that self-managed abortions are medically and legally as safe as possible. But we're not done. We are not done. We are not done learning the things, man. We have so much more education to go through. Man. Thursday, August 10th, Sex on Drugs. This workshop will explore the nuances of engaging in sexual activity while using licit and illicit drugs. Together, we will explore why people engage in sexual activity while on drugs, the nuances of substance use and consent, and harm reduction strategies around having sex on substances. Thursday, August the 12th, Eugenics in Appalachia. I want to say that again. Eugenics in Appalachia. A short history of eugenics in Appalachia and Mountain South, exploration of how rural people have been targeted for reproduction control by the state past and present. We will talk about what eugenics is and isn't, and learn about the legacy of eugenics laws and practices. Well, that's a pretty heavy topic, man. Wow. Thursday, August the 17th, Contraceptive Methods, Understanding the Options. During this interactive workshop, facilitators will review methods of contraceptions, By the end of this session, participants will have a deeper understanding of the many contraceptive methods available to them and be able to discuss those options with others. Thursday, August the 19th, navigating sex, pleasure, and liberation as a differently abled person. In this workshop, I will give tips, advice, etc. to folks who are differently abled like myself and on the road to sexual liberation, discovering their bodies, being a sex worker or hiring sex workers, navigating relationships, and more. Thursday, August 24th, cycle tracking. Fertility awareness is a life-changing system of tracking your body's signs as they change throughout your menstrual cycle. Getting to intimately know what your body is doing and observe its changes throughout the month can teach you all kinds of things about your health and wellness and help you manage your goals, whether you are trying to avoid getting pregnant, actively trying to get pregnant, and even if your sex life includes no risk of pregnancy at all, ever. Feel like you're not sure if that discharge down there is normal? Want to be reminded that you are a magical creature and your body is full of wisdom for you that is trying to transmit if you just pay attention and learn its language? This workshop is for you! Thus, that brings us to the end of this article about the Kentucky summer camp that reaches children and teaches them how to masturbate and have sex on drugs. In this story, we learned a lot about this Kentucky summer camp that's teaching the children, and we learned a lot about their programs and curriculum in so much exciting detail. And yeah, it's not clear if there will be a 2022 class. I know you all are super disappointed that there might not be a 2022, but fret not, my friends. I'm sure this will come back soon eventually. And at least for the moment, that brings us to the end of consideration of this article. Thank you so much for being part of the Uncivil Law family. If you enjoyed this legal education content, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. We appreciate your continuing support. Until later, my friends, cheers and goodbye.